When I first started my online business, I truly didn't think that I was going to be able to do it. I didn't think that I was going to be tech savvy enough. I didn't think that I was going to have enough time to do it. And I definitely did not think that I was going to be able to afford to start. So today I am going to be breaking down these 3 most common myths about the online world and having a chat about my personal experience with all 3 of them. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Alma and I am a mum of 2 under 2 and I currently live in Orkney. So without going into a massive intro about our 3 topics today, let's jump straight into number 1, and is that I thought that I wasn't going to be tech savvy enough to start an online business. And here's the thing about that. You don't need to be tech savvy to start an online business. Doesn't matter what you're doing, you don't need to be. There is enough courses on the internet to teach anybody anything. So you not being tech savvy simply is not an excuse, because you can teach yourself. You can teach yourself. There is so many people in our community that are, in the later stages of life that aren't tech savvy, that are still absolutely smashing this business, because when they don't understand something, they either ask the community or they go on YouTube, they type in what they can't do, and YouTube gives them 100 different ways to do it. So being tech savvy, not an excuse, especially if you join like a community of some sort that has teaching platforms, like the community that I am part of. We have loads of different platforms that teach you everything that you need to know to build an online business, from advertising to social media to things to do with taxes and accounting to building your own brand. Absolutely everything that you need to know to build your own successful online business, it is in the community, it is in the teaching platforms. So tech savviness, not an excuse. Number 2 is that you don't have enough time. This was a really big one for me. When I started this business, when I found this business, my little boy was about 3 months old. When I affiliated and started this business, he was about 10 months old. And I thought that I could not do this business because I had an almost toddler. Now, at this point, I have a toddler and I also have a 3-month-old. So you're not going to try and tell me that you don't have the time, because I do not have the time, but I make the time. Time is something that we make. And that is a very hard concept to grasp, because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. But you can make the time. You can get up an hour earlier before work. You can stay up an hour later after work. I wouldn't recommend that actually, because our brains are already tired at that point. So get up an hour earlier before work and work on your business then. You have break times in your job. Do your business then. If you are watching Netflix every night, do you really need to watch it Netflix? Do you really need to scroll on your phone? No, you don't. You could be utilizing that time of entertainment, which is actually just killing your brain cells essentially. You could swap that time out for building something for yourself, for your future, for your children. So yeah, not having time, not an excuse. You can make the time. And if you don't know how you're going to be able to make the time, write out a schedule for your day. This is a very, very, very powerful tool. When I first started this business, I'm actually going to show you my daily schedule right now. I don't know why I just put that in bunny ears. Like, I am going to show you that. When I first started this business, I had so many gaps in my everyday schedule. Like, I wrote down everything that I did on a day-to-day basis, and I had so many gaps of like where I was just filling my time with scrolling on my phone or watching something on YouTube or doing some mindless tasks that I didn't need to do. Then when I started this business, I started creating daily schedules for myself. So now my daily schedule looks like this. There is not a single gap in there, because every single gap of relaxation that I was actually just scrolling through my phone, killing brain cells, I have swapped that for doing something that brings my business forwards, whether that is reaching out to my leads, whether that is editing content, whether that is doing research for content. It's all things that I still really enjoy doing, but it's not things that aren't progressing me, if that makes sense. I love doing content research because I get to watch other creators and I get to see what other people are doing. So
It's okay.
it's okay. You going for a cuddle? Number 3 is I can't afford to start, and this was a massive one for me because I genuinely did not think that I could start. And at the point when my little boy was 3 months old, when I found this business, I probably really couldn't have started. But I learned about money when I joined the community. There was a lot of things there to teach you about money, about saving, and about all that kind of stuff. So in 5 months' time, from when my boy was 3 months old to when he was 8 or 9 months old, when I actually started a business, I was able to save the money that I needed to affiliate, because I started actually looking at where my money was going. I started learning about money. I started learning about savings and investing. So that's really, really important. And depending on what kind of a business that you want to start, if they have, like a upfront cost or what kind of cost they have, it's really important for you to learn about money even before you invest into a business anyway. It's very important for you to learn about money, about how you are going to be saving it, how you're going to be making it, how you're going to be spending it. Very important how you're going to be spending it. And it's very, very important to, I personally, what I do is I have a spreadsheet about, like, for all of my money. I to be able to kind of track where my money is going and where I was spending it. That's really, really important. And many people will think that starting a business will cost, thousands of pounds straight away, like upfront cost. But most businesses will actually have some sort of like a training platform that you go into beforehand, that you are able to explore that opportunity. I know for a fact, I don't know about other companies really, but I know for a fact that we have an amazing opportunity to do so and explore and learn about the investment first. That's really, really important. Before you actually invest into something, learn about the investment, learn about money in general. For me personally, I use a spreadsheet where I am able to track my money and learn about money, see where it's going, see where I'm spending my money, and really kind of track it and learn if I am wasting my money anywhere. And all of that money that you are wasting, which you probably are going to be somewhere along the way, whether that be a subscription that you don't use, or whether that be you getting 3 coffees at Starbucks every day, whatever that might be, you would be able to take that money and save it to be able to start that business. That's what I did. We saved money to start the business. We also took money out of other businesses where we were making that money and not utilizing that money properly. We decided to invest in that money into a new business. So depending on how you start, where you start, you are going to be able to start, as long as you teach yourself about money and accept that maybe you are spending the money in the wrong places. Biggest myths that held me back from starting an online business for a really long time, and it's really important that you do your research. When somebody tells you something about whatever it is, that you can't do it because insert myth, do your research and really figure out whether what they're saying is true or not, and don't let those things hold you back. Let me know down below, what is one thing that is holding you back? What is one myth that you have heard that lives in your head rent free and is holding you back from achieving your dreams? Let's have a chat down below and see if we can bust these myths together. If you've enjoyed this video, then you might enjoy this one. YouTube seems to think that you will like this best. I'll see you guys in 2 days.